We're starting over. Dude, me and Maddie been rapping. Guess what? I didn't hit the live button. So, Hey, Maddie, we're live again.
We're live again, I guess. We just got to go over everything we just went through.
Yeah, we did. So, look, there's your handle. I already went over everybody. He's from Canada, and my guy's smoking Jersey because of Canada. And I went over that for all the Americans, and me and Maddie worked it out. We made a peace agreement, right, Maddie?
Yeah, exactly. It's a truce for now.
Unbelievable that I did it. I'm trying to like retweet it on Twitter while we're chatting, and I'm like, I don't see it. Like, where the hell is it? So anyway, there's Maddie's handle. He's an MMA Twitter guy. He's stepping in for Dr. Freeze, and like I said, is he going to be the Jim Miller step in? And what do you say about the Jim Miller step in?
I hope so. I just don't want to get knocked out like Jesse Butler.
That's it.
That's why I'm hoping I'm the Jim Miller and not the Jesse Butler in this situation.
You want to be the Jim Miller around here. Yeah. All right, so we're going to go back to the original.
Too good, Dr. Freeze is going to knock me out. So
Dr. Freeze, he's going to be on soon. He's going to get rescheduled. I said. So we got to go back now. We're going to rerun this. What's your description of MMA Twitter? We got to go back now. So we're going back.
I know we're going to go through it all. The Wild West. The only place I know it's full of burners, trolls, but yet at the same time, so many guys have so much knowledge, but yet it's still a community. Like again, I said before, I posted something last week just to like progress on a weight loss thing, and again, there's guys in that community that I never followed, I never talked to, that just popped in off someone else's tweet or like, and give support. So it's weird. You'll get that, but then you'll have a group of guys go after someone like Funk or someone, and you're like, well, what are you doing? So
Funk is he's funny. And then there's the burner guys that have the under 18 dudes that why are you arguing with the kid? I'm like, because you just want to argue with anybody. I love to argue. Like, what do you mean? I don't care if you're 15 and we want to argue, so we can argue, man. I can't hit you yet, but you know what I mean. But that's what it is. Yeah. And then I said to you before when we were talking, I heard NBA Twitter is worse than MMA Twitter. And can it be though, Maddie? Do we believe this?
That's what I mean. I don't know. I don't like to be worse than MMA Twitter. Like the shit we see, like the race as just the nut jobs. I just don't know. Even the stuff that we see on like Amy's posts or like the other girls, it's just weird, man. I just don't see it.
Yeah, but I soft blocked and me and her did it was the cop girl because she tried to like race bait me or something. I'm like, I'm not racist at all. I grew up I was like one of the only white kids, and she's trying to act like she's like holier than the Lord or whatever. If some of those girls on there, it's like, whoa, bro, like what are you doing here? Then I had a really nice one. I had Cap's wife on the other day, Haley, and she's super sweet. But that's how the real world is, right? I mean, you got the assholes and you got the
girls. Yeah.
So we got to see now we got a comment on the page. Now, just so you know, my little cousin's fighting in Pennsylvania. He's an amateur. It's 0-2. He's fighting, and Cage says he's going to come. The tickets are $105, which is outrageous. But
that's crazy.
It's called Maverick MMA. It's at a casino, and it's 45 minutes from my house. So I gotta go support my cousin.
You gotta go.
Yeah,
you're gonna get You're gonna get that first win.
Yeah, I raised him from 10 to 13. Because his dad was not in the best shape. But so yeah, we're gonna go and do some gambling. I'm gonna try to win that ticket money back, though, Maddie.
Yeah, that's the way to go. That's the surefire solution.
Right? If I can get it back from the casino, then we're good. Then I'll go buy like a ribeye steak or something and go get back in the red.
Yeah, exactly.
So anyway, so we're gonna go through some tweets. We're gonna react to them. I got the rapid fire here again that you'll have to deal with. Kind of like Jim Miller's opponent, which I'll forget his name, but you remember. So we got that. And then we'll talk about a couple predictions, and then we'll get going, and you can get back on the road in Canada.
All right, man.
Don't try to outrun the fire. So this is from Dr. Freeze himself, and we looked at this together before. And I'm not on the circle, and you're not on the circle. So,
but again, to be fair, I'm newer to him, so.
And I said, to be fair, I'm not. So,
which sucks for you, I guess.
It's probably a glitch, though. I thought in my mind, it's got to be a glitch. I mean, I see just some asshole on there. He
yeah.
right? There's that girl that kind of
I
looks
feel
like
like he's gonna show up in everyone's.
Oh, there's the Bane dude. He's on there. Then the Banana Girl's on there. Like who's he communicating with? Like, why are they on there? Like,
I think the Banana Girl blocked me.
yeah, she gets a little upset.
Well, she had a joke, and I didn't know it was a joke, and I think I made a serious comment on it, and then she blocked me, and then she blocked me because I made it. Yeah,
blocking is such a pussy move, bro. Like I really don't like blocking. Like I don't block anybody. I've gone to war with trolls. I don't block people. I just think it's like, yeah, I got some people muted. Like recently, I've gotten on my timeline either some real right or real left wing like posts, and I'm like, I don't follow this motherfucker. Like, why am I getting this like on my timeline? I gotta mute it, bro. I can't the right and the woke. I can't have them. I don't want that on my MMA feed. I don't want.
Yeah, I know
that shit.
I know. Same. I cater mine too. Sometimes I went through a whole bunch and deleted a whole bunch of shit out of my followers and stuff to just have more MMA stuff. But I don't know. I don't mind blocking just because it's sometimes you're just like, oh my gosh, I just don't want to see your stuff. Like, just get away, and I don't even want you to reply to me. So I get it, but also it's MMA Twitter, so it's also weird because all those guys talk so tough, and then and then they block.
Yeah, I just think it's like a shootout, and I'm like, I'm not gonna run. I'm just gonna. You want to shoot, and I see like the Chino guy on the right side. I like that guy. He's from Cali on the right side. Looks like a Spanish dude from Training Day. That dude. He's a good dude.
There's lots in there that I don't know. So
yeah, I know most of those people, but I've been in this for a while. Like I've been strapped in this blender for a while. But anyway, maybe we'll get on Freeze's circle at some point.
Yeah.
Cage doesn't block people too because he's too lazy. You're too busy, Cage. Cage is too busy. Yo, let me tell you this about Cage, Maddie. If you need a stat brought up, this dude is like king of stats. Okay, he's like this guy's studying tape at all times, Cage. So I'm surprised he even stopped. I think they're stopping.
I like that.
So we're almost caught up to where we started.
Yeah.
But so we got Matt Frivola. He's shadowboxing on the beach like Pavlovich. What do you think about the steamroller?
I do. I like him. Again, when you knock out someone with the head the size of Drew Dober, I mean, he's a likable guy. He's not. I don't know. He's not an asshole. He'll defend himself, but he also stand his ground and not be a piece of shit about it. So,
you like him better than Chris Curtis or what?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Chris Curtis is a fucking loser. God, what a fucking loser.
It's
never seen someone cry and complain about so much shit. And then get mad when someone comes at him for it.
Why does he do it? Like you know what? He's been on J-Spec's spaces. Like he'll get like real fighters in there, and he was so cool in there. And then like when he goes off, you know what he should do after a fight? He should put his Twitter away. Like don't touch it, bro.
Yeah. Like some of those guys, like especially after those fights that they're coming down from the high, from their camps, from some guys getting knocked out, some guys just going through a war, and it's like just put your Twitter away for a week. Like you don't have to have every thought that's coming out of your CTE-ridden head.
Yeah.
So
and funny you said that high because I don't know who said this. Well, it might have been you. I don't know who said it, but said
maybe
that Dustin Poirier was high on the violence after his fights. Like, and if you watch Dustin walk around in the cage, he's fucking crazy.
He is.
He's definitely high. Like violence that he just. So he needs to they need to not interview Dustin or interview him under the pretense that he's high as fuck right now, right?
Yeah, that they know he's coming off the he loves that. Like you always see him, he's like he just gets exhilarated.
And then he's bitching about the Chandler thing, bro. You won, bro. I know. Like I don't know if he knows he won.
I love Dustin. Dustin's probably my second favorite fighter next to Max. So it's just like but sometimes I'm like, dude, just shut up.
Yeah, so he's high on the violence. I think Curtis is high on the excuses. So he needs to step away. Don't do it. Don't do it, Chris, because whatever you're gonna do is probably gonna sound like an excuse.
Yeah, and I think that's what a lot of it is coming across as, because it's complaining. It's different if it's like if you listen to Ryan Garcia. I don't know if you watch boxing, but if you listen to him, he was like, you know what? I lost. And you know what? I felt my weight cut was bad, and I knew in the second or third round, I had to empty whatever I had. And if I go down, I go down. But like he wasn't making excuses for it. But he's like, yeah, the rehydration causes bullshit or whatever. But I lost. The better guy won that night. That's what some of these guys gotta do. And you think they'd get humbled a few times, getting punched in the face, but yeah.
Yeah, and where? How many lines?
That's true, Cage.
How many lines was Oscar doing though when that was going on now?
Oh my god! And he's going at him, Ryan Garcia on Twitter. I'm like, God.
Yo, he likes to run off. He likes to run off his best dudes.
Yeah, he golfs when my dad golfs down south. Like he comes and just like, yeah, he always looks. I've seen him there twice, and he always looks. You're just like, man, did you just do a line in the bathroom? Yeah. Like, how high are you right now?
Yo, I wonder if like maybe he's not on it then, and that's why he appears to be on it. Because like it's like
maybe he's been off of it for so long. He just always looks wired.
No, maybe like it makes him unwired when he's on it, so like he's actually wired when he's off it. Because it's like, dude, like yeah, he looks always jacked. But speaking of that, from Dr. Freeze, does anyone know why Connor dumped Dylan Danis? You know, he's watching on Tough. He thought maybe he could be the jiu-jitsu coach, but like, what was the last straw? Getting beat up by the bouncer. Speaking of doing a lot of yayo, Connor here, right? Connor always looks jacked to me as well. What are your thoughts on Danis? Like, what do you think the last straw was? And or like the Connor's like, yo, you're a chump, get out of my face.
Again, I think it was like we mentioned before too when we weren't live. When Dylan Danis went on Helwani show, and Helwani was kind of teeing him up to set him up to look bad, which I fucking hate. Whether you hate the person or you don't like him, like don't do that. And especially at that time too, Rogan called Helwani out for like, hey, we know what you're doing. You're getting responses, and then he got all pissy. So I think it had to be when he lost to the bouncer or got whatever choked out. I think if you're Conor McGregor and you're worth $400 million or whatever, but you're still fighting camps, you're still going into training against pure savages, you can't have a guy in your camp that's like, even if he is unreal, you can't have a guy in your camp that just got choked out by some dude.
Yeah.
Who's supposed to now teach you how to get out of those situations, and he can't get out of it.
Yeah, and he's
like
also
that had to be.
Yeah, he's also like, I think it was before that. I mean, also like he made the right choice because the guy's backing out of fights with YouTubers and like what's
he's
your
drawing
deal,
a lot
man?
of negative attention, and Conor doesn't need. Again, I'm a Conor dick rider from day one, so I'm Irish, so it's into me. But I love Conor, but it's the same thing. It's just I don't know. You can't. Yeah, he also draws so much negative attention to himself, and Connor's probably like, well, I don't need that. I tried enough of my own.
Yeah, and it's like, yo, are you a fighter or not? Like fighters hang out with fighters. Like you're not even a fighter. Like you don't even fight. You know?
Yeah, it just doesn't make. Again, it's so weird to see someone talk so much shit, but never do a thing.
Right, like even Jake Paul gets in the goddamn ring.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And that's why I'll always respect Jake Paul for that because he trains, he goes hard, but he goes in the ring.
Yeah, I mean, even if it could be fixed, we don't know. But at least he's like in there. Danis doesn't even step in the fucking ring.
Yeah, Jake Paul's still getting punched in the face.
He is getting punched. So now we're caught up, man. We did it.
Yeah, finally.
By insight, but we're at a new slide. We don't have to repeat ourselves. So I don't like. I play FIFA. I'm not very good. But I never quit. I just ball, Maddie. Okay, you see?
Yeah.
But this is like that video game that I never got into it because it was kind of out by the time I was an adult. And I just didn't have time. You're older. But this is like Herb Dean letting a dude get destroyed in UFC 4. Like, look at Herb.
Oh, this is in the game?
That's a game, bro.
Like you just watch him get just slumped into next week, and he's just staring.
Herb's allowing CTE in the cyberspace.
Yeah, Cage. I did see Logan Paul rolling on the Vulcan and Izzy. So that should be right there. Seeing Izzy submit him with ease, that should put everyone's like mind to go like, oh, this guy wouldn't stand a chance with anyone.
Oh, I didn't see it. Izzy choked out Logan Paul?
Yeah. So they were just rolling a bit, and Izzy put him in I think he put him in a triangle.
And Izzy has no ground game. And Logan Paul was got like 6th or 8th place in Ohio wrestling in high school. But obviously it's high school.
Yeah.
So I mean he's not a nobody on the mat.
No.
But that's jiu-jitsu versus wrestling, and I guess Izzy's also, been doing
a world-class fighter.
Yeah, world-class fighter.
It's you know what I mean? That'd be like me going and play one-on-one with, Luka Doncic.
Speaking, look at this. Look at how we're doing this, Cage. Look at how we're chain podcasting here. Like we're going right in. So yeah, Izzy explains how growth and maturity ended the John Jones real recognized real. What do you think about that? And I'll tell you what I think.
I'd say so, because even listening to him with the Pereira thing, and I know he's getting some flack for it because people are like, yeah, but even if you lose 10 times and you beat him once, it's whatever. And he was just all about settling the score. And I like that mindset from him, that he was like, with Pereira, he was like, well, I beat him. I know I can beat him, and I've beat him. Like, it's proven. That's that. And he beat him in convincing fashion. And I think this is the same thing. I think as he's going, well, this guy's never coming back down. I'm never going to jump up that much. Like, there's just no need for them to beef. They had the chance to fight. John had the chance to fight. They had the chance to meet. They never did. And I think as he's getting older and older, he's just realizing that he doesn't need that beef. And I don't think he needs it. He really doesn't. It just, yeah. I don't know. I forgot about it now that I think about it. I forgot they had beef.
Yeah, well, that's how quick Twitter moves and how quick our attention spans are. But here's my thoughts, Maddie. So I'm gonna take you out in outer space, inside in outer space a little bit first. So when you watch like Tyson versus Roy Jones, right, when they're older, right, there's something about Mike Tyson that scares even fighters. Like, they're not scares them, because Roy Jones is not a person that's going to be afraid, but because he's a fighter, right? Unless somebody has a firearm, these guys aren't afraid of other guys, really, right? But something about Mike Tyson is scary or like makes them uneasy. If you watch a fighter around Mike Tyson, they're still like, this is like something wrong with this dude.
Yeah.
Like, there's even Roy. If you watch Roy, it's subtle, but if you watch him, you're like, Roy's even like, I don't know, man. Like watching him with Tyson, I feel like John Jones has that quality where he's so evil that Izzy, this is a good way out for Izzy of this, because I don't think you want real beef with John. Like, John is something wrong with that guy, and go ahead.
I just don't think Izzy. Especially if they do and continue, John won't hold his punches. Like, so he'll say vile shit. He'll do whatever, and at the end of the day, he knows, whatever. And I think Izzy doesn't have that in him. Doesn't have that kind of dog, Right,
I mean? Almost like Michael Jordan.
Not a bad thing.
Like, exactly. It's not a bad thing. You don't really want that dog of John Jones, because it's like a sociopathic dog. But like, even this guy here, the Gypsy King. Oh, I like him, but like, he backtracked real quick. Real quick. He said, if you put me in a room with John Jones, I'm walking out. No, you're not. Because a room means anything goes. And in anything goes, John Jones is the best. And anything goes, John Jones is the evilest. Like, if there's no ref there, John will kill you, I think, and walk out of the room. Like, John will kill Tyson Fury, but with a choke. He's not gonna outbox him. And John even said it. Like, look, I can never beat you in the ring, because John is very smart about fighting. He might be dumb about other stuff.
Oh yeah.
But like, if you go in my cage, what will happen is what will happen. If I go in your boxing ring, I understand. I will tell you will beat me in boxing. But when he said a room, because I'm like, did Tyson say a room? If it's a room and there's no ref, John will choke him out like he did Gon, and then he'll kill him, actually, because it's a room and there's no ref.
He'll toy with him. He'll toy with him. He'll you know what he'll do? He'll take him down. He'll grab his heel. He'll tear his knee to shreds. Yeah. And he'll be like, "Hey, get up now." And he'll be like, "Well, I can't." And then he'll grab the other one and pop the other one. He's like, "Okay, we'll get up."
Like the movie
he'll
Saw.
Take it back, choke him out. Yeah, literally. Yeah. He'll just toy with them, and it's stupid. And a lot of these boxers, and it's getting annoying to the point of like, even with like the Jake Paul stuff, and these guys are like, "Oh, Canelo," and it's like, shut up, man. Like, Canelo would destroy you, whether you're being facetious and you're doing it to get the rise and the response. But it's like a lot of these guys too, and it's like there was we always have a discussion with my friends of like, would a normal like 6'4", like if there was a guy named Francis, normal, couldn't fight, could he beat up Dustin Poirier? And
we talk about this.
It's and it's not. There's no way Francis would, or the Dustin Poirier would kill him. Right. And same with these guys. It's like Tyson Fury again, same thing. You just got to like, I can beat your ass, and then it's like, oh well, you have 700 different tools to beat me up with.
Right.
So no. So
Right.
that's the thing is these boxers and stuff, they got to stop calling themselves the baddest men on the planet when a 155er can walk up and submit you.
Right.
You know.
And I like how John handled it because John is like, yeah, boxing, yeah, of course, like we're talking about boxing, yeah, you're the best boxer, but you said a room, so that's a cage, and that's where I rule. So it was like, I like how like John is so slick with that kind of stuff and understands, and he's just like, yeah, like, and then like the way he backtracked, oh, you want to get in the ring with me and box? It's like, wait, no, man, that's not Gypsy, that's not what was being said. Remember the room? So yeah. Anyway, so we got the cage here. I look at Fury continuing to try. Yeah, well, look,
but he doesn't need to sell himself at this point. If you're his fan, if you're his fan and you're going and you think he looks weak because a guy who can knock you out, choke you out, kick you in the head, knee you, do whatever he wants, like come on.
Exactly. So like I'm not a Tyson Fury fan in boxing because he would lose to John in the cage, but I don't like him like thinking that he could beat him in a cage when he clearly cannot. Yeah. And again, he could be like you said, I'll rip your one knee, I'll rip your Achilles, and then I'll do it to the other one because John isn't Izzy, where Izzy will probably knock you out or choke, get you out of it. John was trying to hurt you. Yeah.
John is trying to punish you for thinking you stood a chance in a room with him.
Exactly.
Where most guys are like, I'm just going to knock you out, teach your lesson, and see you later.
Yeah, no, we agree. All right, so we got this is about somebody said Benny by submission is the craziest thing, maybe. So like, who do you got in this? Like, I think this card, and I'm going to see my cousin again, but I think this card is like, I'm really like they used to put on better cards. Like I'm like this.
Well, especially for Canada, like you're going like you're here once a year, maybe. Like the thing with this stuff before that always pisses me off with Dana and these guys is they will have last minute fighters for these big fights and this and that, and it's like they'll have a pull out here, a pull out there, and you're like, how do you not have 4 guys that are sitting there that you're like, okay, you're on the card in 2 months or a month and a half, but stay in fight shape, train. Because what if one of these guys gets injured? Then you have a guy who can step in, right? Yeah. It just seems like there's always this stuff that they're always like, pull out, but he never has guys ready. And now you have this situation with Vancouver where you have fights dropping and you had Irene Aldana come in randomly now. So it just seems like there's never anything, like there's never backups for the cards.
There's not enough, man. And this should be a 5-round co-main event if it's a pay-per-view. I
don't get why he'll do Diaz and whoever 5 rounds, but
because Diaz asked
these 2 savages,
and like I'm telling you, like this is going in the route of boxing where I was a big boxing fan back in the day. I mean, they never like they gave you Tyson, they never gave you like somebody super, but like when they're doing Spence versus Crawford, why not have a Shakur Stevens as the co-main event? Like they used to give us 2 fights on a pay-per-view.
I know, I remember
at some point for boxing. And you could sell those guys now, and they only do 1 fight at a time in boxing now. And you can't. The undercard is almost impossible to watch. I guess I'm a casual now, but the UFC's going that route. There used to be 3 title fights on a card, or 3 interesting fights on a card. Like this one has 1, and it's really this fight. It was not even the main event.
What's crazy is it's always the like fight night cards too that are like random that just always produce the bangers. And you're like,
right about that.
Well, there wasn't a single fight they hyped on here, but. We had 9 knockouts and 2 submissions,
And Matt Frivola knocked the dude's head off.
Yeah. But yes.
So we got Rob J.
Specs.
Charles. Okay. J. Specs, I talked about you in your Chris Curtis time. There you go. Chris Curtis is your boy.
Yeah.
Taking some heat. So as my man J. Specs, he always does the Saturday night spaces. I've been real busy lately, but
I'll have to check him out.
Yeah, it's really cool because you don't have to show your face. You can talk if you want. He runs it. It's pretty good. Cage got Darush. Okay, you have Charles. Cage has Darush. He struggles with southpaws. Remember, Cage does a lot of stat stuff. Doesn't always line up for Cage because nobody's perfect. Yeah. But there's still the multiple title cards. It seems like different. Yeah, but there's no multiple title card. This one, it's usually an interim title with the title fight, or it's a non-interesting title fight with another title fight. Like it's never like I feel like the bangers don't like. We get that card once every 4 months now instead of every month. Like I feel like we would get it every month, So they saved the title. But yeah, but this is a pay-per-view. That's what I'm saying, Cage.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And it's in Canada. Like, it's, you know what I mean? Like, you're here once a year, if that.
Yeah,
so go all out. Have 4 fights.
I'm just a little disappointed. I'm a little disappointed in the UFC's. And know what? Like, even the fight nights are like, if you look at Tapology and put my picks in, it's like 3 red in a row. The guy's lost 3 in a row versus the guy who's 1 win, 1 loss, 1 win, 1 loss.
Yeah.
You know, like, I don't know. Like, I feel like it's probably because, like, they're losing guys, or maybe the development's not. They should be on the rise because kids are doing this from the jump now, you know? But let's see what Rob's got to say.
I think,
of course.
I think oh, yeah, sorry.
Says he's interviewed because.
I was just.
Okay.
Oh, no, go ahead. Sorry.
Because of my interview with him and how he approached the delayed fight. Yeah, so I like Dariush too. I think it's going to be a good fight. I hope it's a good fight. Yeah,
I don't hate Beneil Dariush, but I'm a big Charles fan. And again, I always say this because not a lot of people. But 8 years ago, I said Charles Oliveira was my dark horse to win the title at 155.
There you go.
And lo and behold, he did. So I just don't see I just don't see Beneil. There's nothing he does that is, other than wrestling, that is extremely better than Charles. So I just don't. It'll be competitive. I just feel like Charles has too many different tricks in his bag to pull out, and yeah.
I mean, I haven't put my picks in yet. I'm gonna do them tomorrow.
Yeah.
I don't know which way I'm gonna lean. Dariush is a dog though, and like,
yeah, I know.
Look, Cage said that Charles' problems with southpaws. He has problems sometimes with dogs. So
yeah.
I mean, Dustin is a dog too, but I don't know. Dariush is, I don't know. He's like a big at that weight. I feel like too.
He does.
I might lean to him. He's got less losses. Like Charles does lose a lot, and I hate to say it, MMA, but when you lose a lot, I don't know if you don't mind. It's not that you don't mind losing, but I don't know. Maybe some matchups just get you. I don't know. I haven't picked yet though.
Yeah. Yeah, mine's Charles, but it's gonna be a dog again. It'll be an interesting fight. So I watched, because I rewatched some stuff for Connor Chandler, and so I watched like Charles and stuff and a bunch of other stuff to prep for that stuff. So I got to watch a little bit more of Charles when I was in there.
So Cage says fighters let Olives off the hook. Yeah, they do. I think they don't want to run in on him, Cage, a lot when he's stunned. Yeah. He's been stunned in every fight. He does get stunned in every fight, which is cool. That's why I kind of like him. Like you know, I like a guy that's not afraid to get in that pocket and get hurt. You know.
But I like that. It's also the damage he does from the bottom, right? Like Charles is willing to throw an elbow, throw some, shots from the bottom, and to get you to open up and stuff, and not just wait for you to pass and stuff. So,
and then he says, like, he don't think he'd be afraid. But again, guys are afraid of him when he's stunned for a reason. So maybe he runs in and gets choked. I don't know.
Yeah,
but it's a good point. All right, so. Flying Brian did not like this, but I put a flex because I happened to be on my timeline. I saw both these dudes flexing. I'm like, Josh, Flying Brian, they're both flexing. Flying Brian's always doing some video on like, overcoming and being whatever. And Josh, how everybody knows about Josh, right?
Yeah.
A couple Canadians I know don't like Josh a little bit, but I like Josh.
Fuck those guys then.
You like Josh?
Fuck those guys then.
Yeah. But who flexes better, right? Look, I mean, I thought this was a perfect contest. Go vote online, Maddie, because look at this. Is this not the perfect contest?
It is. They're both got their flex off. They're both a little juice there. They're both, feel like they're ready to go. They both got a little adrenaline pumping. So I give my vote to Josh. But
you got to side with Josh. Here's Josh. We just discussed this. Why it's not 5 rounds. I mean, we discussed this, but what do you think?
It should be. It has to be. Like that big, the magnitude of the fight. It has to be. Yeah. You can't tell these guys that they're title contenders and this and that, and then just be like, okay, well, yeah, we don't want you to bother to prepare.
And they've fought 5 rounds before. It's not like you're throwing like a Patty out there and he's not done it. Dude, come on, man, do it. And we're paying for this if we're paying for this.
Yeah, right? Those are dogs, man. Those guys will go 40 minutes if you need.
Yo, could you imagine if after 3 rounds they're both in good shape and they could go and we're like,
fuck it,
Dana,
just go.
All right, this is the last one we're going to do for the reactions here.
Oh God!
And we've done half of them twice because I wasn't live. Idiot.
Yeah.
Idiot. Stupid. This is Funk, and he's on a Vespa. Is there any way you can look cool on a Vespa? Like, is that possible?
Is maybe Funk the only one that can look cool on a Vespa?
Right, and there's his little face in the
I know.
mirror.
That's the one thing I noticed. You can see his little face in the mirror laughing so fucking hard.
Mirror. Dude, it's funny, man. So anyway, I still don't think he could look cool on it, even him. So nope.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Oh, sorry, I have one more.
Oh, this fucking guy.
Yeah, well, that's what's gonna put. Like, hey, are you a Topher guy or not, bro? What's up?
This fucking guy's been all over my feed, all over the fucking place. Just,
you know, I had him on, right?
Oh, really?
Yo, you go. It's 2 interviews ago. I got him in Thailand when he was really hot. I got him on my show.
Oh, he was hot, all right. He was
with the Tigers
scorching hot in
remember?
MMA Twitter.
The Tigers.
Yeah.
Yo, but I mean, he was fighting the Amy. Like the Amy's always causes trouble. So like I wasn't too mad about that. And the other girl who's 19, like the little white knights come up like you're not allowed to hit on a 19-year-old. It's like, yo, like, I mean, I'm old as hell, so I can't hit a 19-year-old. But like, if you're like 28 and like you see like a hot chick walk by, like she's 20, like that's they could do that. I mean, it's not.
I think it's fine, but I think he seems like a creep, so I think that's probably why.
So maybe he
wasn't. They were like,
that's a good point. That's a good point. Maybe it's the creep vibe more so than like, if it was a regular dude like hitting on it. I'd be like, all right, well, cool. So that's a good counterpoint there, Maddie. I like that. I like what you did there.
Like, I don't know the guy, but I've just only seen what I've seen, and it just he says stuff and does stuff that bothers me and rubs me the wrong way.
Yeah, so. I mean, my question is like, is his story like people come on and bullshit, and he seemed genuine on the show. You can watch the video, and I don't let him off the hook for questions. Like I come at him. Is it all real? I don't know. You never know on this Twitter. Because like, look, I don't go by my real. Like, it's a wild west. If you use your real name, you get doxxed. Like we have jobs. We don't need to people. I
mean, it happened to me. So. Off the egg Twitter, so it happened to me. That's why mine is just me, and that's why it's definitely got Maddie on there. And that's why I took lines from Boy Meets World, and why my pictures of who it is. So.
Right, but that's Twitter because you got to be like that. So like, this guy's put himself like I don't know. I know that's not that's not his real last name, but like I don't know if his story's fully authentic, but I had him on because I like to talk about stuff. So I did it. So we are here at the rapid fire, Maddie. We're at 33 minutes. Plus we did about 12 prior. So we're gonna do this, and then we'll just we'll do the 2 main event fight predictions, and then we'll say goodbye. I'll go cook some dinner, and you're gonna go maybe get a marshmallow ready to go roast something in Canada.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see.
I can go put some meat outside and smoke it from your guys' smoke.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, you probably could.
Yeah. All right. Are you ready for the rapid fire, though?
I am.
All right. So this is where you don't think about it, okay? You just answer. If you don't explain your answer, we don't want an explanation. All we want is an answer, okay? Let's do it. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Pizza or tacos, Maddie?
Tacos.
Cali or Florida?
Cali.
Blonde or brunette?
Brunette.
Jeans or yoga pants? When I ask the girls, I have to say if you wear them, but I don't know what you want to do here.
To wear or to see? Yoga pants to see.
Hey, you can go either way, Maddie. Whatever you want to do, bud.
Yeah, we'll go yoga pants.
Xbox or PlayStation?
Xbox.
I can't play either. Favorite planet?
Uranus.
Fact or fiction?
Fact.
Tacos, soft or hard?
Hard.
Good, man.
Actually, you do a hard, wrap by soft.
All right, so you're doing the one of the Taco Bells. Favorite TV show?
Peaky Blinders.
Favorite raptor bird?
Favorite raptor bird?
Yeah, like so hawk,
I don't know
owl,
what that is.
eagle, raptor.
Falcon.
Falcon, very good. Favorite sport?
Hockey.
Hockey, you're Canadian, huh? Favorite rapper?
Oh, fuck. Biggie.
This one might be a tough one. Topher or Booger?
Booger. I love Booger.
Okay, some people don't. Some people do.
I know.
Cheesesteak or burger?
Cheesesteak.
Dennis or Shab?
Oh, Trill, if he sees this, he'll fucking hate me for it. It's Shaw, but there's a personal connection to it. So, but Shaw.
Hot sauce on it?
Yeah.
Money or happiness?
Money.
God or no God?
Well, he's on my thing, but I'll say there's something. I'll say there's something up there. So no God, maybe.
Oh, no God. Okay. Watch in a home theater or at the arena? That's a Topher line right here.
Oh. Theater arena.
Horror or comedy?
Horror.
Lawler or Tony?
Lawler.
Bieber or Timberlake?
Timberlake.
Favorite Twitter handle?
Oh, fuck. I don't know. At the blank. Holy shit.
Come back. Least favorite Twitter handle?
Now, are these people or just Twitter handles?
Either, whatever you want.
Fuck. I think there was just someone I saw that just annoyed the shit out of me, but I don't remember their handle. And I was like, thank God I don't follow them.
There's always Dennis to fall back on.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, actually, no, I'll just go Jake Paul because he's annoying as shit.
Okay. Live once or more than once? What do you think? That's the last
More than
question.
once.
More than once? I like that. We're coming back. All right. So who do you got in the co-main event and main event, and then we're out of here?
I got Charles. I got Charles. I'm gonna say something. Charles. I'll say Charles in the third.
By what?
By knockout.
Ooh, did not stop there, Roosh. And then you got do you have the Aztec or do you have the Brazilian in Nunez? She's fighting an Aztec warrior.
Yeah, that's so tough for me because I'm such a big fan of like Mexican boxers, Mexican fighters. There's just something about those. There's just something about those guys. They're the dog that quit. They just like Brandon Moreno. They're not going to stop.
Yeah.
So it's huge when I saw Alexa Grasso win. But I mean, Amanda Nunes is who she is for a reason. So I think she beats her in the first.
Yeah, and they were hyping this up. I was watching the pre-fight last weekend, and some of the guys she could do it. I'm like, then I see Holly Holm on top of her, and I'm like,
yeah.
I'm like, guys, like Holly Holm is on top of her. Like Holly Holm started wrestling like 4 years ago. Amanda Nunes, I mean, like, and the other girl. The other girl who beat her could stay up a bit with her and stuff. Like, if you can't stay on your feet, like, I don't know, you don't have a chance. So I'm going Nunez. I'll go Nunez in the first two. I didn't think that till I saw like home, and I'm like, oh wait, what is everybody talking about?
I thought maybe like the second. I was like, oh, she'll like get it to the second, or like I was like maybe it, but I was like, no. I didn't realize Ariana down was 7-4. She's 7-4. I thought she was like 12-2 or something. I didn't realize she was only 7-4. So
right, exactly. Benny for the crown. Yeah, but it's not even for the crown, Rob.
Yeah.
Hey, Rob, plug your show because Maddie said he'll stop by your space.
Yeah, I'll stop by. I've never seen it, so I gotta follow him.
And then if you want to listen to Cage, like so if you drive a lot, Cage can Cage will go through all the fights pretty in detail. If you like to listen to podcasts, you can listen to Cage, who's been in the room here for the whole time. And it depends how motivated she is or how motivated she is to get out of there, Cage. She's like, yeah, I'm gonna take her down and pummel this girl so I can get the hell out of here. So her motivation might be like, just make this quick and boring. Like John Jones, like I'm just going to choke her out, Yeah.
Just get her out of the way. See you later, Bob, your uncle.
She seems 1 foot out the door. She always seems like that, though. Does she not, Maddie?
Yeah. I would say the last 3 fights, she's just kind of seemed like her and Shevchenko both kind of seem like.
Right?
Like,
it's the same. It's the same vibe. Like, do they really want to do this, or they have to do this, or this? It's like they go to work. I got to go to work today. Like they're not like they almost need to get John Jones' life where they not allowed to fight for a while. Now they're like itching to come back or go to jail. Like they seem like they're just like, all right, gotta go fight. Right?
Amanda losing was the best thing for her because it gave her like a little wrinkle in her in her complacency. So,
but I feel like she might just be like it might happen again. Like it could just go right back in. Like all right. Complacency. It's just a weird thing. I don't really see. I mean, Anderson Silva won a lot. I'm trying to think like a guy champ that this happens to. I don't know if it's a girl thing. Like I'm just bored. Or, I have no attention span. Like I don't know. Like you remember a guy champ doing this? Like I'm just kind of tired of doing this.
Yeah, no. Like you can kind of always see sometimes when you get some champs that they're kind of like but that's usually because they've been through it and they've been through some wars and they're like, Yeah, like
Yeah,
this
you're
is like
right.
wearing me
You're
down.
right about
But when
that.
you're murking everyone, and you're just walking through them, can't
Right.
be that's gonna wear you a bit. So
I think you're right. Like the men when they're at the top go through wars, so eventually it just catches up to them eventually, right? Where like they got to be ready for the next war. But these women sometimes they come in curb stomp and then they're like, all right, another curb stomp. So yeah, I think you're right about it. It's a good point.
I think it's just a little bit of complacency I think it's because not that the women's fights are easier, but there isn't a whole lot of wars, and they're kind of few and far between, especially if you're the champ.
They don't even know when the war is coming, right? The war might be coming because their foot's out the door. So it's like, but I would say this: if you're a gambling person, put some money on the women underdog always, because like the line is always out of control, and like why not? It's still a fight, right?
Yeah. So. Well, do you remember when Roxanne Modafferi beat Macy Barber?
Yeah.
Yeah, we bet on her that night to win. Because we were like, that's the way to go. It's again, you're right. You always bet on the underdog women because you never know what's going to happen. Like that was it Yana Kunitskaya lost to what's her face? That girl that was like a plus like 700.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like last year, remember?
Yep.
I don't know if it was her, but yeah, she was like a minus 700 going in, and then she got dummy.
Hasn't she gone down the tube since? Is that the one?
I think she's pregnant again, actually.
Oh, good for her. Hey, so I would like Rob to follow you, and then he can hit you up about the spaces. You might really enjoy that. And then Cage should follow Cage. But appreciate those guys stopping by. Maddie, thanks for filling in for Dr. Freeze. I needed somebody. Maddie came through and did it twice, everybody, because we were not live.
Yeah, we'll do it again. I like it. This was fun. I enjoyed it. So it's always nice to be able to talk MMA.
We will do it again. I appreciate you stepping in. You didn't get knocked out like Jim Miller's opponent, whoever that guy.
Yeah.
You could keep saying it. I don't know. And I appreciate you coming on. I'm going to take us out, and I'm going to end this for sure though, because I can hit the end button. I can't hit the start button. And have a good fight weekend. Enjoy the fights, and then watch the fires out there. All right.
Yeah, I will. You too.
All right. Take care.